Hey everyone, it's the Mega Nerd again, making yet another response to one of Magus X1's rants, discussions, or whatever the fuck it is. Aren't you getting tired of these? Well, until my reviews and Let's Plays get 100 views, you'll be seeing a lot of these, because they've always seemed to get over 100 views, and yes, I am a view whore. Call me vain or whatever, but I like as many people to see my videos as possible. Because if I get enough views, I can quit my day job. So, today I'm going to be discussing emulation. Now, I don't know all the legalities of emulation, but I'm pretty damn sure it's illegal all the time. Doesn't matter if you own the cartridge or not, it's still illegal. Which always brings you to the question of whether or not it's wrong. And that is also an opinion. In my opinion, no. And yes. Let me clarify. When you pirate a CD, you may feel like you're sticking it to the man and getting one over on the publishing company. But you're also taking money away from the artist, whose continued success is usually based on album sales. When you pirate a new game, you're taking a profit away from the developers, whose continued success is also dependent on the sales numbers of the game. So if there's a new game you want to play, go buy it. Please don't emulate Fallout 3, because I really want to play Fallout 4. Bottom line is, if a game is still sold, buy it. Do not emulate it. However, older games are a completely different story. I personally believe that if you buy a game used, the only person profiting from the sale is the guy you buy it from. And wanting to play Contra again because you played it at your friend's house as a kid, or because you don't want to dig out your old Nintendo that only works less than half the time, shouldn't make your wallet lighter. In that respect, you're not wrong. Because not paying $5 for Contra on Virtual Console isn't going to bankrupt the industry or prevent other games from being made. In fact, I believe that the Virtual Console is just Nintendo cashing in on retro gamers. Non-rich retro gamers. Excuse me. But still retro gamers nonetheless. Because a lot of these older games go for a fortune nowadays. Chrono Trigger is $100. Iron Hunter is $100. Parasite Eve often goes for $40. Don't even get me started on those unlicensed games that I review. Those things go for a fortune. And yes, I do believe in emulation, as long as you do it intelligently. I don't see why you shouldn't be able to play older games for free. It's like, what's the word? You know, where something, over time, something kind of becomes free. Like, well, you know what I'm talking about. Public domain, that's it. Older games should be public domain. I actually use emulation for all of my reviews and Let's Plays. You can do a lot of things in emulation that you just couldn't do back in the day without a lot of pain and wires. Recording gameplay footage, for example. Back in the day, it was one of the most complicated things you could try to do. First, you have to make sure the wiring was good, and then you had to find a black tape lying around the house. And then a lot of the time, you just end up recording channel 3. Now you just make a few mouse clicks and recording is done. Quick and painless. And taking screenshots is usually as simple as pressing the print screen button. A nearly useless button now. Back in the day you had to make sure the camera was just right and then wait for film to develop, only to find that the screen was whited out or blacked out. Who needs that kind of pain? And the long games that take a long time to play through are now stoppable with save states. I've lost count of how many times I used a save state just because I didn't want to remember a password, or because the game takes like 2 hours to beat without a break, like Mega Man or Rambo. So those are my 2 bits worth on emulation. If you liked the video or would like to disagree with me on any of these points, please feel free to drop me a response, either via video or the comments box. I'd love to get your guys' feelings and thoughts on the subject. Now I just have to hope the FBI or emulation police don't come knocking down my door with a battering ram.